In this video, I'm going to show you a powerful combination of indicators for trading options with 0 days to expiration. I'm using the daily forecast from alphacrunching.com and the market net flow from Tradytics. Now let's dive in. The forecast for today, it was Thursday for the week of March 6th. So this is March 6th, 7th, 8th, March 9th. Yes. And the forecast is showing really not much the first, let's call it hour or so of the day. It's just kind of choppy action, maybe a little bit of upside, but again, the magnitude here is very low. It's 2 points and -2 points. So really nothing. And but I tend to wait about 30 minutes anyway. So at this point, what I'm looking for is a little bit later in the morning is a potential pullback. So I'm going to be looking for any moves up towards a resistance level or something, maybe a GEX level. That's what ended up happening today. So this was the forecast, again, looking for a morning pullback. If I look at market net flow for the morning, SPY was actually in a little bit of an uptrend, but there's a GEX level here at 402.5. That's about 40.25 on SPX. The biggest takeaway from market net flow here was that it was really kind of mixed. The green and red are tangled. This is actually normal for the morning sessions. A lot of times we'll see it break one way or the other. But the other thing that's noticeable is that the time frame continuity is gray. So what this means is if you look at the 7-day only expiration, puts are actually above calls. And the 15-day expiration, again, puts are above calls. Nothing significant, but again, nothing telling us what's stronger, bulls or bears here. So 30-day, it's sort of mixed, and then the default is you actually see calls above puts here. But this grayed out TFC is telling us that there's really no direction right now. And maybe that picks up later in the day, whatever. But for the morning session, there isn't anything. And again, I'm looking for that pullback. So when I go to the actual chart of SPX, what I've been doing in my setup here is I'll have the 5-minute chart of SPX, and I have Heiken Ashi candles on one chart and just regular candles on the other chart. And if I zoom out just a little bit on both of these, 40.20 was sort of a previous resistance level, 40 or 24.25, and this is normal. I've talked about the quarter strikes before, but again, that GEX level on SPY was at 402.5, and so when the market did sort of push up and was just again chopping around very lightly, this candle on the Heiken Ashi actually started to turn red, and it was sort of showing some weakness. So I went ahead on this candle and I sold a 0 DTE 40.20 call and bought the 40.25 call spread for about $1.40. So this was out of the money, about 10 points out of the money. So, I wanted to give it a little bit of room because technically the SPY GEX level was probably, maybe up a few points. So, I tend to go in light. Had we rallied back up and retested this, maybe I could sell more for like $2 or $2.20 or something. But again, the flow was mixed, so there wasn't, anything telling me that resistance was going to be broken, right? So as we hit this level and we came back, we started to retest it, we started to see the weakness. I sold the spread in literally it might have been 12 minutes later, I was able to buy it back for 75 cents and I'm out, right? So I'm not trying to pinpoint the exact time of day, although they showed the forecast showed a potential, I don't even want to call this a peak. That's not the right word, but looking for a fade after about 10:30. So when we look at here, we actually faded around 10 and then it came back up and then faded around 10:45. So, it's not the exact pinpoint time of day. We're just looking for weakness. In this case, weakness for potential pullback into the late morning. Now, I was going for 50% of the max profit, which would have been 70 cents. But as the market came back into 4,000, that's kind of where we gapped up to. I think 4,000 is a significant level. So we could very easily bounce off this into later in the day or something. But again, I'm not trying to stay in this trade all day. I'm looking to sell premium, get the odds on my side or probabilities in my favor, and then just take profits. I usually use a profit-taking exit. So I hope that helps, and we'll see you in the next video.